And our team coverage continues now with our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi. President double boosted. He mentioned it. Kiara mentioned it as well. Are you surprised that he became infected, though, with coronavirus?
You're not so much surprised, but I'll tell you, this is big news. A lot of my patients are asking me the same question, right? And here's what I've been saying. Our president, as you know, is a very busy man. We don't know where he picked up the virus. He was recently overseas. He fist bumped. He hugged many world leaders and has been having meetings and hosting events at the White House. So when you combine a busy schedule with an extremely contagious variant like Omicron's BA.5, the chances of getting infected does go up. As for booster shots, right? President Biden had his first booster in September, second one in March 30th. And just because a person's double boosted does not mean that he will not get infected, right? Our vaccines are not bulletproof, and the booster we get begins to decrease or wane within a month or two, which makes a person more vulnerable to infection. On top of that, BA.5 can infect our cells a little easier than previous variants, and it's more immune evading, which means it can escape our immune system.
He is 79 years old, the president. The risk for severe illness at that age certainly increases exponentially. How concerned are you for his well-being going forward?
I think it's top of mind for me and everybody else, right? His age is definitely a concern. It's a fact that COVID has taken a toll on our older generation. If you look, Dave, at CDC's data, it shows that 26% of COVID-19 deaths are with seniors between 75 and 84 years of age. That could be because older folks often have health issues like heart conditions, chronic liver disease, kidney disease, or lung disease. And these are a few of the conditions that place a person at higher risk of getting very sick with COVID-19, according to CDC. Now, President Biden, right, he has a few health conditions like atrial fibrillation. He's got acid reflux, seasonal allergies, and high cholesterol. So he should be monitored carefully. But the good news is this, that his conditions are being managed by medications. And I'm happy to report, as we talked about before, he's taking Paxlovid. It's an antiviral drug that can minimize the severity of COVID-19 if taken within 5 days of symptoms starting. In my opinion, the president getting infected is a stark reminder, that the virus is not gone. Anyone can get infected, including the president. And the best protection against severe disease and death is to be up to date with the vaccines, as additional boosters helps the body's immune system really fight the virus.
And that remains the most disappointing aspect for health professionals, right? That more of us are not up to date, are not boosted or double boosted where it's possible for coronavirus.
Especially in a country like this when it's available. So again, if you're watching, go get boosted if you can.
All right. Doctor, thank you as always. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir. We'll have much more on President Biden's battle with COVID-19. That's at 6:30 tonight right here on 7. Meantime, the first case of polio in nearly a decade has been reported now in New York State. State health officials say the unvaccinated young adult lives about 30 miles north of Manhattan. Investigators are working to determine where that person contracted the virus, saying the individual did not recently travel out of the U.S. The highly contagious viral disease can cause muscle weakness, paralysis, and in some cases death. Unvaccinated people are encouraged to get the shot. And Michigan health leaders are taking action to combat the spread of monkeypox. Oakland County is launching a new task force to help educate, care, and distribute a vaccine for the virus. Right now, there are 19 known cases in our state. 8 of those are in Oakland County.
Oakland County Health Division and our team are diligently working to contain the spread of monkeypox with our community partners and key stakeholders to really get in front of monkeypox, to raise awareness about prevention, vaccination, the importance of educating the community on those prevention measures, and how to seek treatment.
The state of Michigan has also set up a website with detailed information on symptoms, providers, treatment, and the number of confirmed cases. Breaking news now, the FBI says it found no evidence of missing Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa during a search under a New Jersey bridge. This is the latest failed search in the decades-long mystery of his disappearance. Hoffa was last seen in 1975 in the parking lot of a Bloomfield Township restaurant. Last year, a deathbed statement by a former landfill worker indicated he buried Hoffa's body in the Jersey City landfill. The FBI began its search of the land in June. Today, a spokesperson announced the team came up empty. The Republican candidates for governor are back on the campaign trail after last night's fiery debate. You saw it live right here on 7. Ryan Kelly, Garrett Soldano, Kevin Rinke, Tudor Dixon, and Ralph Rebant squaring off at Oakland University. The debate hosted by WXYZ Channel 7 and our sister stations in Grand Rapids and Lansing. 7 Action News reporter Mike Duffy joins us now. Mike, a crucial night for the candidates to be sure as they tried to set themselves apart. Did they get the job done?
Well, Dave, there were definitely heated moments on the debate stage, the candidates all taking swipes at one another. But the experts that I spoke with say that they didn't do enough to differentiate themselves. For instance, on the issue of gun violence, none of the candidates said that they are in favor of any new gun restrictions.
First thing that we're going to do as Michigan's next governor to curb gun violence is we're going to get constitutional carry through.
Yeah, I'm a constitutional carry guy, and it is right in our founding document. It's non-negotiable.
I'm coming back to the mental issue stuff because we're so quick to dispense drugs to people just to get them off of our table, get them out of our sight, and have them sit as zombies in a room, and the net result is they lose sense of realities.
We need to look at that and make sure we have the facilities necessary to treat mental health.
The government is most of the time the problem, not the solution. We need to lean on faith-based communities to address the mental health issues.
Now, on the topic of education, all of them insisted that critical race theory is being taught in Michigan schools, despite what education leaders say.
CRT is being taught in these schools. I don't care what they say. And we all know that CRT is a fundamental racist belief system fueled in the faulty ideas of Marxism.
It's been acknowledged that it was a college course, and it has filtered its way down through K-12 and lower. And it's wrong.
And I'm convinced that these types of things, CRT, SEL, are nothing more than indoctrination of our children. And what they do is they teach our kids to hate each other.
And these kids are being told that they're being held back. They don't have the opportunity. I would like them to see an accurate history of what's happened in the United States, the good and the bad.
We need to get back to American history, and so your baseless claims of it not being taught in schools is absolutely inaccurate.
So not a lot of disagreement there, but there was one issue that did set the candidates apart. That was the issue of same-sex adoption. That moment came when 7 Action News pressed the candidates after the debate.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I'm not for that, no.
Yeah, I think that we should have everybody allowed to adopt babies.
Currently, same-sex couples can adopt children. And again, that's a legislative issue.
Yeah, I can't answer that right now. I don't know the answer. I need to see how kids grow up in those homes and whether it's actually good for them.
So certainly some nuance there. You can watch the full debate on our streaming platforms and on our website, WXYZ.com. You'll also find more information on the 5 candidates and their message to Michigan voters. Dave?